What's up? It's me. This is Trudy. Trudy is my Telecaster Deluxe, modeled after the 1970s models. It's got the two humbucker pickups, and the three-way switch is actually up here, and then it's got two volume and two tone knobs. So yeah, it's like a 1970s like kind of reissue model or something. I don't know what it is. It's nothing fancy, honestly, but I just got done doing the intonation on Trudy, so you can see I busted my knuckle open pretty good. And also Sally over here needed intonation adjustments as well. And it's just like where you adjust like the saddles down here, um, and everything. So these guitars usually come with like nines or tens on them. I play 12s, and so the minute she came in, I put 12s on her. It jacked all the whole setup up because that's just what it does. And I knew it was going to happen because I've done it many, many times before. Before, though, I would have taken my guitar over to my guy here in town to do all the setup and all the adjustments and everything. But this time I decided I was going to do it myself. And so it's pretty cool, actually, adjusting your own intonation and saving money, but also just getting to know your guitar a little bit and spilling a little bit of blood. So now we're blood related, I guess. That's kind of weird. And this actually had stopped bleeding, so whatever. So okay, I did a couple crazy things, and I'm going to show them to you here in just a second. But thank you for watching and listening and caring and making my heart feel happy. Well, this is what I did. I started over because things had just gotten a little too complicated, and I was having trouble weeding things out and pulling things back, and then feeling like it was losing something. And so I made the very impulsive, but also I wouldn't say impulsive, but it was something that it was definitely kind of coming from a place of frustration, but also just feeling blocked. And so I just got rid of everything. So now we just got a bass track. We got Lucy, who is the acoustic, the Martin J40. We got Trudy, who is the Telecaster, and then these are just like kind of ones that I always have in there. So I don't know if you can even see what I'm moving over here, but like so I've just got like the yeah, so I'm starting from scratch, but I'm not really starting from scratch because I already know all the parts, and I just need to figure out which ones to keep and which ones to lose. Like I mean, I've replayed this bass line probably 100 times, and that's not an exaggeration. That's how much like how many repetitions I put in to get to where it is now, and to I mean just get really really granular about like even like ghost notes and things like that where it's like, does that fit the genre that I'm going for? Does that fit the vibe? And so there really isn't. It'll just take me probably an hour to go through, re-record the bass, and then yeah, start. I've also got to re-record the acoustic guitar. But again, like this is not starting from scratch at all because when I was doing it the first time around, I was actually trying to figure out what I was even going to play. So now it's just kind of like putting those back on here. I also bumped it down to 85 BPM. Here's why. I've been getting really focused on the lyrics and the rhythm of the words, and even something as simple as like on the chorus, it's the lyrics are maybe that's why something inside is feeding the fire and keep it alive. So it'd be like maybe that's why. I'll do the count for you. 2, 3. Maybe that's why. Instead of doing that, maybe that's why. So instead of like the Y will be on the downbeat instead of like syncopated. And again, this is why I'm showing you guys how this works like from scratch, is because a lot of times you'll go in and you'll watch the recording of it or something, and it's all those things have already been figured out. And so these are literally being figured out in real time. I'm kind of on a clock right now because I've got another Zoom call coming up this week, and I want to bring some like a fresh idea to it. And so I want to get this one out of my head first. And so that's why I was like, finally, I was like, all right, I gotta clear everything out so I can figure out what still has a seat at the table. And so everyone, all my guests got to leave, and then okay, now I get to decide which one of them I invite back into the party. And the party called Let It Die, which is just a real festive name for a party. But yeah, and I'm not, if I sound a little bit frazzled, it's because I am. It's been a really busy week, and it's been really hard to fight for time to do this. And so right now I'm literally actively choosing to lose sleep instead of losing more momentum on the song. And so I'm going to do a little bit of recording, and maybe we'll jump into some lyrics here and see what looks the best, I guess. And all of this is still subject to change, as evidenced by the fact that there's like half as many tracks here as there were before. But I was like, I can't, man. I can't. There's too much. And then when I pull one back, it would set the balance off. And so it's like, it's just easier to instead of remodeling the house, I'm just gonna, demo day, and then not demo isn't, yeah, like demolition day. And then let's start with just the bones and see how we're gonna decorate these walls. So that's way too many mixed metaphors. But anyways, yeah, so that's what's going on right now. And we're gonna see where this goes. Okay, friends. I have a confession. I am playing like garbage tonight. Like my fine detail, motor skill, whatever you want to call it, is kind of shot from spending an hour or more setting up these guitars with the intonation stuff. So we'll see. I don't really feel like doing this right now, but I want to make some progress tonight, and I want to have something I can sing up against. And so I got to lay down a guitar part so I can lay down a bass part. And so rather than getting out the acoustic and doing all that stuff, I'm just going to do it with these guitars that are already in tune and set up. So cool. All right, so let's go. See what we can do. Oh boy. Feels like you've seen me do this before, it's because I did. But I did it at 87 beats per minute instead of 85. But my brain keeps thinking that I'm playing in 87 because I'm so used to it. And so when I do this part right here. Well, you got to play that really even. And I'm just so used to playing it at 87 beats per minute that might be the 6th time I'm trying it, which is really embarrassing. And I might have wanted to throw my bass up against the wall, but then I realized they don't make these anymore. That'd be a bad idea. So let's just try playing it the right way. Here we go. Thank you, Click Track. It's the Golden Dragon. Okay, here we go. Oh, you know what? So I keep this stuff with me. It's called Clear Voice. And if you squirt just like two times, like if you can actually hit the back of your throat, it like starts to remove some of that gunk. Because especially when you're singing pretty intensely, it kind of rattles everything in your face, and then you get like. So, anyways, actually, that's my knuckle. It was yeah. I don't have band-aids over here. So, anyways, okay. Focus, Jeff. Focus. So, if you guys ever brought like a boyfriend or a girlfriend back to your parents' house, and you got to go to the bathroom, and when you come back into the family room. Your mom's got the baby photos out and is showing the girl or guy that you like. That's what this feels like right now. Because I'm going to pull up some lyrics here and work through them. This song started with the melody that ended up being the pre-chorus melody, which is like, late at night from far away, I hear your voice I can't explain. Something washes over me, a melody of memories. Should you still be on my mind, a tangle that I can't untie, and I'm not even sure I want to try. And I don't know if that's going to be the melody of that last line. I don't know. It sounds kind of generic, so I might try to switch it up. But then pre-chorus 2 is like, this is my favorite part of the song. So it's like, I still find myself surprised every time that we collide. I marvel at the mystery that you are my apricity. If you don't know what apricity is, because you probably don't, because it's an old word that doesn't get used anymore. But I was reading through, I don't know, a book of poetry. I forget who it was, but I've got a bunch of books like in this box that's like my poetry book box. And sometimes I just read through it just to like, I don't know, make sure I'm not dead inside, I guess. And the word apricity is I think it's an old English word, and it's like a word picture. So it's like in the cool of winter, apricity is like the sun's warmth on your face. And holy smokes, what a cool word. So yes, I get to use it. And it's only here in the pre-chorus. It's not like it's like the main word of the song. But that's just where it needs to be. Bigger than the both of us, stronger than familiar love. So I sing because mere words are not enough. I don't know if that's going to be it or either. I don't know. That last line of each pre-chorus, I'm still on the fence about. But anyways, so what I do is I will kind of sing through it here in a way that makes me feel like my mom is showing you my baby photo album. And the verse is very sparse so that the rest of it doesn't have to be. So it's like, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And there's nowhere to hide. There's no room for reason. Like something dead is coming back to life. Late at night from far away, I hear your voice I can't explain. But something washes over me, a melody of memories. Should you still be on my mind? A tangle that I can't untie, and I'm not even sure I wanna try. Maybe that's why something inside, I don't know, feeding the fire to keep it alive. Maybe I lied when I said I was fine with saying goodbye. 'Cause this is way too good to let it die. So yeah, and I didn't really record anything else up here, so yeah, so what I'm trying to figure out is like, maybe that's why, like if I tap it out, maybe that's why, or maybe that's why, I don't know, I don't like that second time. I think I like, maybe that's why. I guess I don't have to sing it up on the octave right now because I'm not recording it. Something inside is feeding the fire to keep it alive. Maybe I lied when I said it was fine. We're saying goodbye. 'Cause this is way too good. This is way too good. So, I'll probably pull my keyboard out and play around on that too as I'm like working out these melodies. But anyways, yeah, so this is how we do melody, and I'm actually going to end this here because it is 1:45 in the morning, and I need to go do some other things. So thank you guys for watching and listening and caring. Yeah, we'll keep rolling on this, but feels like there's some new fresh juice being squeezed out of this orange, so that feels good. All right, peace out.